Have you ever thought about traveling to a different country? When I graduated high school at age 17, I decided to take my first trip to Thailand. I've been there twice. The first time I stayed for a month, and the second time I stayed for 4 months, so I have quite the experience. In Thailand, their religion is Buddhism. So when I was there, I visited a lot of different temples. This first one is from my first trip there. It's a temple from the city that I was staying in. The city that I was staying in has 17 of their own temples, so that just goes to show how big the religion is there. The main city, Chiang Mai, which is almost like Grand Rapids here, or Chicago, probably has over 100 temples, so Buddhism is very prevalent. These two photos are from my second trip. The middle one is in Thailand, but the further one is from when I visited Laos, but their religion is also Buddhism. And here I have pictures of all the foods that I ate there. One of the big things that was a big shock was when I came home, I wasn't eating out every night. And in Thailand, they don't really bake much food at home or cook at home. What they do is they go out to restaurants and they go out every single night and order food. So this picture right here is pizza. Cheese isn't a big thing in Thailand, but they do serve pizza at some restaurants. Then here we have coffee. One of the jokes there was always if you wanted to order coffee really sweet, they have Thai sweet, which is basically drinking sugar from a cup. Then here we have their main dish, which is pad thai. It's soft noodles with like a peanut curry type sauce, and it's one of the main foods that people know of when they think of Thailand or Thai food restaurants. Then we have some vegetable dishes. Here we have sushi. It is kind of more of a Japanese type food, but they do serve it in Thailand. Here we have like a fried tofu dish. I am vegetarian, so all of the food that I ate there was without meat. Here we have one of like our mushroom tofu type soups. And then here we have their Chang beer. Chang stands for elephant, so that is their main beer that everyone drinks there. And then the main reason I went to Thailand at first was for the animals. I visited an elephant sanctuary called Berman Emily's Elephant Sanctuary, and they were very welcoming, and I also got to meet all of the animals there. They have 17 dogs and 27 cats currently, and they had 3 elephants when I was visiting, but they now only have 2. Here we have one of the orange cats that was lying on my back one of the first nights that I was there. And then here we have one of the elephants who has now passed. This was May Kham. Then we have some other cats laying with me. This was one of the dogs that doesn't really get along with anyone, but because I was there for so long, we eventually grew a bond. Then we have a photo of me washing the elephants. And then there's a photo of me where what I went there for was to get some experience for veterinary technician work. And here I am restraining a dog for a rectal exam. And then here I have a selfie with a little kitten that I rescued. His name was Suanao, which stands for sweater. So when I left, I did end up making him a sock sweater. So I cut one of my socks and I put it around his body, and it was super cute. And then here we have one of the local ladies who was letting me treat her cat. It's really amazing there. They don't know the foreigners, but they still trust us, and they're just very welcoming people. Then here we have 2 of the insects that were caught when I was there. This is a scorpion. I was bit by one of these, but it doesn't really hurt that bad like people say. This was a tiny one that we caught in a bottle. This is actually a millipede that is poisonous and can kill you. So one of the guys there put it in a glass bottle to show us. What they do is when they're running, you try to chop their heads off on the ground, but then they continue to chase after you in a motion, and if they do bite you, you can die. Then here we have photos of me with the elephant. This is one of my favorite moments there. Another one of the elephants. This is where we stored all of the pumpkin that they eat. So us as volunteers worked really hard to keep it full. And then one of the main reasons that I love the Thai culture is because of the people there. This is one of the boys that I lived with. It's just really crazy how they're so welcoming to foreigners. His name is Glacy, and he's about an 11-year-old boy. Here we have a photo of us taken together right before I left the first time. We just have some Snapchat selfies with the filters on them. Here we have a photo when I was about to leave the second time. He's in the background hugging the elephant. And then here, where my face is all pink, this is when we were in the back of a truck eating dragon fruit. And what we did was we decided to use the pink dragon fruit as lipstick. So both of our faces are stained pink. And another person that I met there, his name was Got. He was our tour guide basically the entire time. He took us on the hikes throughout the forest with the elephants and really just showed us around. This is a selfie of us together. This is him with little princess crown on. This is him sitting on the ground with his thumbs up. Every night after dinner, he would play the guitar and he would sing songs. And this is us on one of our hikes. It's one of the little shacks that we got to sit at and rest. And then this is when he took us to a spot where you could see the entire city. It was like a lookout point. Then another one of the tour guides, his name was Shin. Here we are visiting a Buddhist temple. Here he is with an elephant. Here we are on one of our hikes again, and here we are planting some pineapple. Then another person that I worked with, her name was Diana. She was the vet from Australia that I met, and I grew very close with her. And while she's not a Thai native, it was very nice to grow close with her. Here we are doing all of our treatments, taking selfies, eating food. It's a lot of what we did there. Then also when I was staying there, I got to just meet a lot of different volunteers. So here's a couple people that came that week, and I got to meet people from many different countries. Thanks.